guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the hoodoracle, aka Karmic's Worst Nightmare, aka the Rembrandt of Karmic Readers, aka Diamond in the Rough, aka that bitch. With another educational video for you guys. I haven't decided yet, do a reading based on what I talk about in this video here. But I wanted to make something very, very clear, okay? I don't shy away from telling you that I have a very close personal relationship with Jesus, and not as an ascended master, but as God. You see, I'm going to tell you, not everybody has to agree with me. And that's really the real measure, real test of spiritual narcissism. Narcissism. It's not narcissism, it's narcissism, okay? And true spiritual intelligence, okay? Spiritual narcissism is where you have to have as many people as possible agreeing with you, and you will do whatever you can to besmirch, talk down to, make other people feel silly for believing in something that is not along your way of thinking and your way of believing. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is, as you guys may know, one of my favorite movies that really explores this subject is Dogma, D-O-G-M-A. The late Alan, what's his name? Alan Rickman. Yes, Alan Rickman, who played Snape in the Harry Potter movies. I absolutely adored this actor. He had such a range, okay? He played Metatron in this movie. I do have a list of movies that you guys need to watch simply because, and you can form your own opinion. I'm not a spiritual narcissist. I'm just going to give you my opinion. Some people will agree with me. Some people won't agree with me. But I would like you to watch 2 movies and have them in your library to refer to every now and again, because you will need to along this path. One of them is Dogma. It was directed by, what is his name? The guy with the trench coat and the backwards cap. Kevin, I forget his last name. Somebody's going to have to help me with that. He directed the movie, and I have referred to that movie many, 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 many times because of its unorthodox delivery. I was very, very able to connect with that movie because it was delivered with dark humor, dark comedy, okay? It was a dark comedy. The other movie being the movie by Stephen King that was a miniseries back in '94. And I've mentioned this one before. The name of it is The Stand, okay? Now, the reason I'm making this video here is because I'm noticing a lot of pride. Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, as you guys well know and are well aware of, okay? No matter where you are now spiritually, a lot of us grew up in the Catholic faith or the Christian faith, okay? And it was a springboard for a lot of us. Some of us have stayed, some of us have gone on to other things, okay? And one of the deadly sins is pride. And this is why I want to mention spiritual narcissism and pride. I want to reference to you a scene in Dogma. It's the parking lot scene between Loki and Bartleby, okay? Now, one of them seems to lead the other, okay? And gets him into a lot of trouble, okay? They're 2 angels that were sent down from heaven to kind of observe humanity, okay? People watch. And in this particular scene, in the parking lot scene, there are 2 actors that play this part. Okay, it's Loki and Bartleby. One part is played by Ben Affleck, and the other part is played by Matt Damon. Okay, now I'm a very big Matt Damon fan. I do like a lot of his work. Okay, uh, and in this particular scene, he's talking to uh, Ben Affleck's character. Okay, and all right, guys, I'm so sorry about that little glitch there. I got a phone call. Um, so as I was saying, they're getting into the whole thing. This was after the train scene, and Linda Fiorentino's character, she plays, God, what is her name? You would think that I would remember these names, right? Whatever's important to remember, I'll remember. But basically, Linda Fiorentino's character plays the last scion. Okay, now we're going to be talking about the last scion as well. Okay, um, the last scion in this movie is played by this Linda Fiorentino, and she's kind of lost her faith in this movie because she was married, because she couldn't have kids. She was basically barren. Her husband left her for somebody else. Now, I don't want to ruin the movie for you guys, but there's a reason she's the last scion, okay? Sometimes when something is taken away from us that we so desperately want, there's a reason for it. It's not because God's in the business of making you unhappy, okay? He's not in the business of making you unhappy. As a matter of fact, he knows much better than your humanly earthly desires. He knows what's best for you, and he knows what you're here to do. Okay, it's just a matter of you waking up to what that is. Okay, again, not going to ruin the movie for you, but I will give you certain scenes to look for, because in case you don't want to look at the whole movie, I'll give you certain scenes to type into the YouTube search bar, so you can check it out yourself. Okay. A lot of them are from Metatron, him being the voice of God, okay? Very, very, he's hilarious in this movie. And that's part of the relatability. There was, while it had serious tones to it, it was delivered in such a way where it made you relate to it very, very well, okay? Now, in this movie, back to the parking lot scene. They're going at it, these two. They're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until Ben Affleck's character starts talking like the Morning Star. I don't know if you guys know what the Morning Star is, but the Morning Star is another name for Lucifer, okay? Now, if you guys know anything about Lucifer, Lucifer was the fallen angel that, because of this stubborn pride and taking on the throne, was cast down from heaven. No. You know what your position is. You're not going to try to take over the throne. Because I see your wild-eyed stare, and there would be chaos if you were to take over. It's just not going to happen. So, in an effort to remove this stubborn, prideful angel from disrupting everything in heaven, he was cast out. Okay? Now, Ben Affleck's character plays this particular way of thinking, okay? There are two ways of thinking that are reflected in these two characters, okay? They're thrown out from the train, and you see a little bit in the scene. They're thrown out from the train, and they're walking into the parking lot, right? And they're going back and forth. Ben Affleck is trying to basically impose his way of thinking onto Matt Damon's very faithful character, okay? Matt Damon's character never once questioned God, never once questioned his methods, just carried out what he was supposed to do as an angel, okay? But Ben Affleck's character in this movie is so stubborn, is so prideful, and Matt Damon's character at one point in this dialogue between them says, I've heard a rant like this before. He didn't want to be called out for that. That, again, is pride. You have to be very careful of pride, guys. You have to be very, very careful, okay? It's very easy to be prideful. It's very easy. We're in human bodies here, okay? And if you've ever heard the saying, pride cometh before the fall, when you feel like your way, especially as a spiritual teacher, you have a bigger responsibility, okay? Myself included. You have a bigger responsibility, not just somebody that, studies, but somebody that teaches, okay? There's a big difference there. When you are teaching other people, there's a huge responsibility that you don't let your pride leak in to what you're teaching, okay? Now, again, not everybody's going to agree with me. I don't expect you, every single one of you, to agree with me, okay? I may hit the nail on the head in some respects, and you may be like, oh, well, no, I don't agree with that. That's fine. That's fine, okay? But what was happening in this exchange between Loki and Bartleby is Ben Affleck's character basically said to him, we've paid our debt as angels. We've paid our debt of servitude and bowing and scraping and adoration. Basically all of the things that he says. And this does sound like something that the Morning Star would say. Okay? We've paid our dues. He gave humans more than he ever gave us. This sounds like something Satan would say. Okay? This sounds like something Satan would definitely say, because let me tell you something. The whole reason he got cast down is because of his pride. The whole reason he got cast out of heaven is because he wanted to take on the throne. And when you challenge God, it's not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well for you, because look where the devil is now. He's responsible for so many people walking away from God. And as he had said in that exchange, he gave them more than he ever gave us. What angel do you know has a prideful thought like that? What true angel that has not fallen to the darkness says something like that? An angel does his job beautifully. You don't find Archangel Michael complaining about his job. You don't find Archangel Raphael complaining about his job. You don't find any of the angels. They have their job and they do it well, and they don't complain about it. But here comes this person, okay? This being that was meant to support God's plan and put it into action, okay? Because if you remember, Loki and Bartleby is all about justice, okay? And when you use your sense of justice to justify imposing your personal beliefs, that's when you fall to Morning Star status. This is why I'm making this video. We have to be careful, especially in the coming days approaching 2020, okay? We have to be careful that we don't become prideful. Pride cometh before the fall, okay? We're not meant to know everything. Even me doing cards here, doing card readings. We're not meant to know everything. This is why I don't do a lot of card readings, because we're not meant to know every single thing. It's impossible for me to come on here every single day to speak on something that I just spoke on yesterday. The energy hasn't changed much, That's why I don't do too many, okay? But when I saw this scene, it made me realize there are certain things that I have found in the spiritual community that sound a lot like they're coming from the Morning Star. It sounds a lot like it's coming from Lucifer, Satan, okay? Now, he was Lucifer when he was still in heaven, bringer of light, right? Because that's what his name translated to, bringer of light, or bearer of light, or light bearer, okay? But then he became Satan when he was cast down from heaven, because then the Satan, which it's actually in the Bible, it's actually called the Satan, not Satan, okay? I really, really want you guys to also follow another channel. It's called oh God, I'm gonna give you the actual link to it. It's the Bible something, and they use like cartoon type drawings to let you know what's going on in the Bible and make it more palatable and more understandable to in lay terms, because they do use a lot of thou and thy and thee, and it becomes a little confusing, right? So they put it in lay terms in a very understandable format. My DM actually introduced me to that channel, and I've been watching it ever since. So thank you, babe, if you're watching. Okay. So, the Bible Project. Thank you, babe. Thank you. He's here. He's totally here. Thank you, baby. The Bible Project. The name of the channel is called The Bible Project. Okay. And I just had to come on here and talk about pride. And I've been talking a little bit about this for a while with the whole devil being very, very antsy. Now, I was discussing this with a friend of mine. She knows who she is. I hope she's watching. And we were discussing this, and she had made a very, very powerful point, that while you're certainly free to believe in what you want to believe in, okay, there are certain inalienable truths, okay? She made a very, very powerful point of, while you can believe in Buddha and you can believe in this and you can believe in that, it's only the name of Jesus Christ that drives away demons. They run like hell when you say Jesus Christ. Facts. You say Buddha, they're not going to run away. You say, anything else, and I'm not trying to insult anyone at all. I'm not trying to make one better than the other, but let's just face facts here. Whenever you have felt attacked by demonic energy, if you're in the same belief system as I have, when you have said, get the hell out of my house in the name of Jesus Christ, how much better do you feel instantly? They run literally with their tail between their legs. They don't like the name of Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the deliverer. I mean, you can call him an ascended master if you want to. I mean, whatever, helps you sleep at night. Look, these are my beliefs. You can believe in them or not. Okay. But at the end of the day, if you're looking at a movie like The Exorcist, what name are you going to use to drive out the demons? What name do they fear? Jesus Christ, God. I'm sorry, but if this really annoys and irritates some people, those people have to really look at why it irritates them. Maybe some people are not so aware what they're really channeling. Or maybe they are, but of course, when you're selling a pretty package, not everybody's going to be aware, because you're mixing the truth with lies. Okay? But some bitch like me bringing this out onto the fucking table so that we can talk about it, it's going to disturb some folks. It's going to. I'm not telling you how to believe in what I believe. I completely affirm and know that Jesus is God. Jesus is God. To me, he's not an ascended master. He is God. Jesus is Lord. You don't look, and if you want to click off right now, go ahead and click off right now. Okay? Because I'm not here to mash things up and make them, more digestible. Those that really resonate with what I'm saying will not need to have it sliced and diced into a million tiny little pieces. They can take it right there in front of them. They don't need any dissection, because they already know and resonate with what I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to. If you don't, that's fine. I'm not here to hold your hand. You're here electively in your own free will. It's your own free will that caused you to click on this video and watch. Okay? And, there's a reason why I venerate Jesus so much. It's not that he needs my veneration, not at all. See, the difference between Jesus and God and all of this stuff is that no veneration is really needed for them to work or them to know, to make their presence known in your life. But I choose to venerate him. That's the difference. Okay? And to lower his position as ascended, well, I'm not saying that it's an ascended master is a lower position, but I mean, ascended master and God are two different things. Okay? Because Saint Germain is an ascended master. You know, there's so many ascended masters. But if you want to approach this from the ascended master standpoint, Jesus is still the leader. Big facts. He's the leader. So when I see and hear, and because I do a lot of research, guys, I have research all day long, okay? When I see Jesus' name kind of like being lowered on the rung, it's like, oh no, he's not God, but he is this. No. That sounds like the morning star. That sounds like the morning star. And I'm just going to say it. You don't have to agree with me. And like I said, you can click off right now if you don't like what I'm saying. Free will. You have free will here. I'm not twisting your arm to stay watching and prying your eyes open to watch. Okay? But if you've made it this far, into the video, you must agree with at least a few of the points that I'm saying. Okay? When it comes down to it, and we're going to be challenged in many ways in the coming days, that rhymes, into 2020 and within the first 3 months of 2020, okay? The first formative 3 months, okay? All I'm saying, guys, is check your pride at the door, okay? It's like, I have to constantly be aware of that as a spiritual teacher. I constantly have to ask myself, oh my God, am I getting a swelled head? I constantly got to check myself for that. Am I getting a swelled head? Because there's the potential of that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's like, anybody that has, a group of people agreeing with them has the capability of getting a swelled head, just like that morning star, okay? And thinking they know better than God. So that being said, you have homework to do, okay? Your homework is to watch Dogma, okay? Your homework is to, if you haven't done so already, watch The Stand. If you've watched The Stand already, I know some of you have, then, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it because we haven't really discussed it. But I do want you to see Dogma, especially this scene between Loki and Bartleby. Ben Affleck's character was basically talking about war on God. You don't challenge the throne, honey, in any way, shape, or form. Who do you think you are? I'm a spiritual teacher. I don't ever challenge God. I get mad sometimes, of course, and he understands that, but he checks me really fucking quick. XYZ. He'll give me a thought or give me a memory or, send me a sign. He checks my ass really fucking quick. And I'm humbled by it. If you don't have any humility within your spiritual path, you fall into the danger of speaking like a morning star. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. All right, guys? And it's very easy, the more popular you become, to fall into that morning star type of talk. The morning star was Lucifer, who became Satan. Whenever you say Jesus is not God, you're talking like the morning star. When you are working with the enemy, you start to take on the appearance, the persona of the enemy. I'm just going to say it's my channel. I'll say what the fuck I want. You don't have to agree with me. You can click off right now if you don't like what I'm saying. I don't want to put any pain or have you be pained looking at my video. No, go ahead. And if you feel that it's not resonating, go right ahead and click off. I don't need to be right. Okay? I feel right in my spirit, but I don't need to be right. I don't need to convince the masses. Okay? Because whoever resonates will resonate. I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. Please keep it respectful, because if I hear any snark, you're getting deleted. Okay? I'm not even, at this point, I'm not even engaging in tit for tat with trolls or karmics or any of that thing. Okay? Especially if you have some caca to say about, well, if you want to challenge me, we can debate, but do it in a respectful way. The exchange of thoughts and ideas is what these types of platforms were built for. But if you're superimposing your thoughts, your belief systems on me and trying to make them ultimate truth, that's just your opinion. And for some people, this might be, to them, just my opinion. But if you agree with my opinion, then it's a belief that you connect with. All right, guys. I decided not to do a reading with this video. I'll probably do one in a separate video, okay? And I really want to explore this topic because it's very important. So that being said, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Let's exchange ideas. Let's have a dialogue, okay? Keep it respectful. The moment I feel you disrespecting me, you will be deleted and blocked, and you will never be able to comment on my videos again. So just keep that in mind. The power still lies in my hands, okay? That's the only thing I will say as far as like control or anything, okay? It's like I don't have to have snarky comments on disrespecting me on my own channel. I don't have to have that displayed there, okay? I can remove it. It's my prerogative, as Bobby Brown would say. Okay. So that being said, guys, and I'm just noticing something, by the way. I have this plant stand here. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I just realized I did the sign of the cross. It's this circle, and I just did the sign of the cross. Okay. I just realized the way that this person, whoever designed this stand, it looks like the Pisces or the Pisces Vesica, which is Jesus Christ, which is Jeshua. I've never noticed that before. And if you look closer, it looks like an eye. Like, it just random things that I'm noticing in my own environment. You know what I mean? So that being said, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, you don't have to agree with me, but if you do, share your thoughts. I would love to, I love to hear from you guys. I love it. I enjoy it. I love speaking with you guys and engaging with you guys, and just, I've met a lot of great people doing that. So I want to meet more. So that being said, guys, again, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, I'm on Instantgo. I'm number 3 verified I'm in the top 3 intuitive twin flame readers in that category. I've remained there for many, 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 many months. Knock wood. I'm verified now so that you can, see that, I have more things to offer, because, being verified means that you're going to be shown more, and more people can be exposed to the education you can bring. All right. So I have a 5-star rating in every reading that I have provided. So there's a reason for that. So check me out on Instantgo at the hoodoracle. I'm on Instagram at hoodoracle777. So my page is open, so I don't hide that shit from nobody. Karmic, no competition, no anybody. What I feel is there for everybody to see. I don't have shit to hide. I don't have to hide behind a private account. When you're hiding behind a private account, you got to wonder what you're hiding. You know what I mean? It's like, that's kind of was my thinking when it's like, you know what? I have nothing to hide. Make that shit public, Again, personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. All right? Pride cometh before the fall. Don't be a morning star. Okay? His energy is very rampant right now, okay? And he's very sinewy and very slick, okay? He's not going to exactly say, here I am in a red cape, horns, a tail, with a pitchfork, come to steal your soul, right? He's not going to say that. He's going to infiltrate and try to take you away from your birthright. All right. So that being said, love you guys. Big hugs to you guys, and sending all of my love to you guys, even to the haters. You know, it's you that need it the most because you're devoid of it. So fuck it. I'll send you some love. I do. You know, it's you have to, you can't combat hate with hate. You know what I mean? You got to combat hate with love. Love supersedes hate. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, we're aware and we're no fools, but we're beings of love. So obviously, you know, whoever sends you hate they're only sending you hate because they are devoid of love. You know, separate from God's presence. And look, if you don't like me mentioning Jesus as God, then maybe this is not the channel for you. You know what I mean? It's like, talk to somebody that doesn't believe in Jesus being God. It's fine. It's not my path, my soul. Okay, so it's, you know, you wanna go ahead. And, you know, again, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not here to make you agree with me. All right. That being said, finally, because my throat's getting dry now. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. All right.